Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Solution Seekers. I'm Kelly. How's everybody doing? Very well, I hope, given the pressing situations that we're currently experiencing in this country. Once again, in Los Angeles, we had another 5 o'clock curfew, which is interfering with my nightly drive. But you know, at the end of the day, this is we're living in an environment where people are protesting to seek some humanity. I don't think that a lot of Americans really respect humanity unless they're being treated a certain way. Because if you truly and honestly believe in humanity, the injustices that are inflicted upon one also affect you. So if you have the mind where you say that you believe in humanity, but yet you're not supporting the people who are trying to fight for the humanity, that says more about your character than or their lack of character. I've been seeing some, of course, social media and where everybody can be who they want to be and they can say exactly what they want to say, and I take things really loose when I look at it. But we just have a rampant amount of ignorance in this country, or maybe let me clarify that, in this world. And are you really getting the true sense of how people feel, or are they just trying to be shocking for the benefit of other people? I really don't know, and it's really not my problem. But when I see these certain comments, and I'm just like, wow, really? Hey, but at the end of the day, I got to say, well, that says more about you than it does about me. And you know, um, my character is something that it's a daily fight for me to maintain and develop and enlarge. And when I see things like that, and I still have doubts about myself, don't we all? But you know what? At least I'm not like that. Where my motto is solution seekers is, it's never about me, it's about everybody else. Because if I focus on myself, that means I'm only looking at my human condition, and my human condition will never be satisfied. But if I can, for a moment, focus on something outside of myself, to where I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about my human condition. I'm more concerned about somebody else's. I'm trying to bridge the gap and and try to inspire some hope into somebody else who's really probably not really feeling it like that. Because let's be honest, life presents us so many stages, phases, and challenges, and that sometimes this stuff gets overwhelming. Look at what's going on since March 3rd. COVID, economic insecurity, 41 million jobs lost, well, probably more than that, which probably a third of those jobs are not coming back. Civil unrest. We have a president who's hiding in a bunker. We have a Congress who hasn't said anything. We have a president who cleared the White House in front just so he can go take a photo op today at a church. Well, what the hell? How can you try to inspire hope? I don't think it's possible. Because you always, you take any type of organization or the family structure, the perceived heads will always try to encourage or inspire hope into everybody else. But we're not getting that. And I don't understand why. You know, maybe they don't want to mess with the base of, because, it's election year. So maybe they don't want to mess with, I don't know. Who am I? I'm just one man. I don't know. What I do know is that I am not going to allow all this stuff that's going on affect me emotionally. I'm just going, like I always talk about, the emotional IQ, and it's never about what happens. That ultimately is the main concern. It's about how we emotionally respond to it. And such as when I got there, I was doing a little research, and I came across a video which I will add in the descriptions about. Conveniently, there was pallets of bricks in a lot of states, in a lot of cities where these protests took part. Now I'm left to wonder, how did those bricks get there? How convenient, and they were nicely placed, nicely stacked on pallets. How did they get there? Makes you kind of wonder. I don't know. I'm just one man. I do believe in that there's some um, forces outside of everything that always tries to ruin and destroy everything. But that's life. People have an agenda, and they don't care who at any expense, as long as they get their agenda achieved. Nothing else matters. And that even as a result of many people getting hurt and dying, or financial losses, which a lot of these small businesses have taken, I'm kind of wondering how many of these businesses are actually going to be able to come back. After all this, because they haven't been open for days, and some people are going. And I was listening to some news, and a couple of business owners were saying that, you know what, because I didn't have no income coming in because my business has been closed. um, I let my insurance lapse. So therefore, so many businesses might be out of business permanently. And that's unfortunate, because there goes some more jobs, there goes more tax money, there goes more opportunities. And what about those entrepreneurs? But they created business once, and yet they can do it again. But it's stifling. It's stifling for our economy. It's stifling morally. It's stifling spiritually. For me, it is anyway. Just saying that. Now, I understand that things like that happen, but it seems to be that's what the media is focusing on. And now we have the National Guard in Los Angeles. People are still out protesting, and they're still making arrests. But where are they going to send these people? They're not taking them to jail, because of COVID-19 has impacted the LA County jail system to the point where they're trying to let people out. So does it become a waste of resources? Because if you cite those people out, they're going to be pissed off, and they're going to come right back the next day and protest again. But maybe these are the good protesters, and these are not the looters. But how can you tell who's who? You can't. We're dealing with human nature. And you know what? Let's be honest. I've been watching the looting because it's a, I love watching people. I used to consider myself somewhat of a social science. I love the interactions between people. What really makes a person, what motivates somebody to do something. That's one of the things I like thinking about and pontificating on to a greater or lesser degree. But I will say that this is a remarkable time in our history, and that will never be repeated. But at the end of the day, I'm left to wonder: are we going to go forward, or are we headed into a civil war? Because the lines have been crossed, and politics has taken over. Everything's, it's all about Democrats. It's all about Republicans. And at the end of the day, man, fuck the Democrat Party and fuck the Republican Party. Because honestly, on the federal level, anything that the feds do on that level has no impact on our daily lives. It's just on the average person. I don't know, maybe you're special or whatever, but and it just doesn't impact our lives all that much. But on the local level, it surely does. But by their inability to come out and speak, only leaves me to say, well, why are you even in a leadership position if you can't lead? Or maybe playing golf, or maybe taking some sports opportunities. Or how about working on a stimulus bill for people? But that's been put off until the end of June. Once again, interesting times we live in, But I don't think they define us. Our actions and our responses that we do define us more so than anything else. And I really hope that people get through this, because this is a crushing moment. I look at those crushing moments because I have quite frequently in my own life with the health issues that I'm dealing with, and a few other issues. But I can push, mold it, and inspire people to the greatest of my ability. But when I'm walking away, or if I'm in my car, or I'm by myself, and I just feel this crushing moment to where I can help all these people out, but I can't do nothing my damn self. But these are just those phases, those stages, and those hurdles that we go through. And these are just temporary moments, and everything has a way of just, you know, getting a little bit better. Not perfect, but just better. Because I believe that perfection is a social construct that can never be achieved. But I always look for things getting better, because when you're somebody like me who's always taken the hard route, to where today I try to take I still try to take the path that's less chosen, less traveled, excuse me, and it's not easy, but you know what? It's doable. It's doable because my resolve is, man, how bad can it be? I'm not living. I don't have the desperation. I used to wake up every day with severe desperation. I had nothing. I didn't know what to do. If a fly flew by me and it buzzed in my ear, I would get hostile and pissed off. I was a complete mess. But the underlying point was I just had a whole lot of desperation, and I've been seeing a lot of desperation in these protesters, and in these protesters seeing people looting. That was the same desperation and frustration that I had, maybe to a different degree, but yet it was still relevant because you can just see you can feel the vibes coming off of them. And it's unfortunate things are like that, but you know what? We can only deal with that with life situation as life presents these situations, and then do we deal with them to the best of our ability. And hopefully it's a good decision that we make, but sometimes it's a bad decision, but it's a learning process, because if nobody's perfect, and when things start happening to us more, we're going to start making better solutions. And my default is whenever I am lost, without hope or anything else, sometimes the best thing for me to do is do nothing until the solution comes. But the solution's always there, or maybe I'll call some people, or probably not, because a lot of issues I deal with, most of my friends don't deal with the same type of issues, but they're still there for moral support, leading me on, edging me on, and telling me don't make no fucking stupid ass mistakes. Don't go out and get you nothing to drink, because you're gonna destroy yourself, and which is true. And but they do chime in that because then they say, well, we need you around because we depend on you. We need you. I don't know if hearing that is the ultimate compliment that somebody can actually give. I'm not one to take compliments fairly well, but but I can readily accept them today. Because there's nothing that I won't do for somebody else. I'll probably put more emphasis on somebody else than I will my own self. I've always been that way. It's that selfish point. But coming back to our present situation, I don't know where we're at. But these are some growing pains of this country. Every country goes through some growing pains, and sometimes they gotta hurt. Growing pains have to hurt, and some people are hurting more than others. The true point: are you hurting right now? Do you know what what our timeline is for this year? Because it's gonna. If you don't, I would just say buckle down, and we just have to take it day by day, because the powers that be don't even know what's going on. So how can we possibly know? I'm sitting here on unemployment enjoying it, but eventually Caltech is going to be saying, well, it's time for you to come back to work. And then I have the point of asking myself, do I really even want to go back? Because I don't think there's no room for no growth there. I started a website, so I'm trying to get into some affiliate marketing and then doing some other stuff. So I'm going to try to delve in that until which time can see what's actually going to happen. I still have the COVID beard going on, and it doesn't look like it's probably going to be like down to here by the time all this is over. So I don't know. I just wanted to come in and chime with you guys, chime in on a few things with you guys tonight, and thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't, could you please add like this post if you got anything out of it, and if you have any input, please leave me some comments in the comment section, and I will add that link about the bricks as soon as this video is uploaded. Yes, everybody have a great night.